Are you here? Oh, yes, you most certainly are. Paul has returned from the Golden Extravaganza at Mar-a-Lago, held February 10th, 2024, called A Golden Evening for a Golden President. Truly. Let's get Paul's full report right now.
Hello, everyone. I've returned from A Golden Evening for a Golden President, the Trumpettes Gala held at the Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida. I was informed to show up at 6 o'clock p.m. and that the president will be there as well. Thank God I had a tuxedo. This one-of-a-kind gala was organized by the Trumpettes, devoted and passionate supporters of our 45th president. The Trumpettes love Trump, but they also like to have a good time. I didn't know the half of it yet. I had been told by a few people that Mar-a-Lago was a place like no other. Upon arriving, I realized that the setting alone would dazzle me. A sweet smell filled the air. I had no idea about the magnitude of this event. I looked over the lengthy red carpet, and the elegant crowd was far more than I could count. The festivities began outside, with cocktails, and the Cuban band, Los Tres de la Habana, helped set the high-energy mood. As I would find out, that energy would never dwindle, even for a moment. We all began to saunter inside to the grand ballroom, where the main event would be held. Almost everyone was in a playful mood. It was a diverse crowd with just enough eccentrics to keep things interesting and make me feel at home. I met people from lots of places, including Denmark, all united for this evening. Once inside, the spotting of well-known people in the political and entertainment world began. First was Senator Ted Cruz, who seemed cheerful as he posed for photos with many. As I tried to find my table, the sightings didn't stop. Kari Lake, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Tiffany Trump, Mike Lindell of My Pillow fame, Robert Davi, Kevin Sorbo, Laura Loomer, Lee Majors, Fred Williamson, Senator Marsha Blackburn, Mark Levin, and so many others. Everyone was exceptionally accessible, but I needed to find table 29. I would be the lone man at the table of all women. Settling in, Hottest Levy did a wonderful job with the national anthem. Toni Holt Kramer, the founder and president of Trumpettes USA, was the glamorous host and mistress of ceremonies. She delivered just the right balance of formality and humor and kept things moving. I was especially happy when Robert Davi was asked to come on stage. Full disclosure, the days before the event involved me driving around South Florida quite a lot, permanently plugged in to the Seriously Sinatra station. I was over the moon when Davi's vocals filled the room with songs of Sinatra. The Best Is Yet to Come, That's Life, and The House I Live In brought a tear to my eye. Davi also performed My Way, announcing that the song had been requested by President Trump himself. Davi sang, Trump did it his way, and I was in good shape. I should mention the food, proud eater that I am. The first course was Mar-a-Lago salad. Beef Wellington was the main, which was excellent. The dessert? It was the famous Trump's chocolate cake.
I was sitting at the table. We had finished dinner. We're now having dessert. And we had the most beautiful piece of chocolate cake that you've ever seen.
Nobody touched the chocolate cake at my table until I did. My lone gastronomical exploration did nothing to thwart my gusto, but soon the others joined in. As the evening roared on, Philippe Harari and his band kept the festivities at just the right ambience. Lots of swing and rock. The band kept raising the temperature of the room. Everyone knew it was because of an appearance from the guest of honor, President Donald J. Trump. The moment was surely at hand when more official-appearing people began to take their places. The president's men entered, signifying that the crowning finale was at hand, and then it was. As President Trump spoke, I managed to glance around. Even the most demure of attendees was spellbound. Knowing he had traveled that same day to Conway, South Carolina for a rally, I was blown away by his endless stamina. His energy was undeniable as he delivered his remarks. Trump expressed his plans to stop the inflation plaguing our economy, solve the overseas conflicts America is involved with, and restore the America we all know. It was a much-needed message of perseverance and belief in America's potential, so clearly stifled in these times. President Trump effusively thanked Trumpettes founder Toni Holt Kramer. He expressed a lot of gratitude for her and other people in the audience. He showed adoration for his wife Melania, who hadn't made any public appearances in some time. The room seemed to realize how special it was to have her present. There was even a surprise visitor, Vivek Ramaswamy, who had run a great campaign for president before endorsing Trump. Vivek addressed the crowd, sharing the president's optimistic exuberance. As they left, President Trump and Vivek greeted many in the audience and posed quickly for photos. All good things must come to an end, but the vibe was still high. As I waited for the valet, my ticket number was 777, I encountered a man called Joe Mendoza, who pointed out that he was glad it wasn't raining. As a glass-half-full kind of guy, that got us talking. He mentioned that he had seen an astonishing 1,000-plus concerts. He's got me beat, that's for sure. I asked him what his favorite part of the evening was, and Joe remarked that Trump is not unlike those live performers and entertainers he's witnessed, and that he knows how to captivate the masses. It's something I've noticed, too. Here is Joe Mendoza talking about President Trump in an interview we did. Listen.
I think he speaks from the heart, and I've watched him change over the years to be really affected by the outpouring of trust.
Mendoza also reminded me that Trump had given up plenty in his fight for America. It was a good reminder at the end of this golden evening. The golden evening for a golden president was the most impressive event I've ever been to, and I've been to Mardi Gras and more. If the Trumpettes are having a soiree, you should try to get there, whether by land, air, or sea. I'm not unlike the other participants when I say this. It was an evening I'll never forget.